Hello everyone and welcome to this Playwright tutorial. In this tutorial we will learn about the fixtures in the Playwright. So let's begin. Fixtures are really powerful because it makes your automation testing journey very much easier and smoother. Now what are the fixtures? Imagine you are building a house. Fixtures are like the pre-built walls and the floors. They provide everything you need to get started quickly and easily without having to worry about the fundamentals and the foundations. So this will save your time and effort and makes your test easier to read and maintain, right? So they provide each and everything which is required for your test. Now let's go to the browser here and let me show you about the Playwright fixtures. So simply type Playwright website, go to the docs here, and in the search for fixtures. Okay, so there are some built-in fixtures. There are some code without fixtures. You can create a fixture using a fixture, overriding a fixture. So there are a lot of things you can do with the fixtures. So basically, Playwright test is based on the concept of test fixtures. Test fixtures are used to establish an environment for each test, giving that test everything it needs and nothing else. So test fixtures are isolated between the tests. With these fixtures, you can group the tests based on their meaning instead of their common setup. Okay, so far what we have learned is that whenever we go to write any script, so let me show you the previous tutorials. Like if I go to the alert, right? So here you see that we are using this page. Now what is this page? So this page is basically a fixture. Okay, and now this page actually represents a single browser. Think of it as your workspace where you will interact with the web page. Okay, so that's why we were using a page fixture for every test. Okay, and now if I go back here, so you see that we have a different built-in fixtures here, like page, context, browser, then request. Okay, now if we talk about this common ones like browser, context, and request itself, so browser is basically an entire browser application like a Chrome or Firefox. Each test gets its own clean browser instance to avoid any interference. Okay, then we have a browser context. So this is a smaller sandbox within the browser, often compared to a tab. It isolates your test from other tabs and the website, ensuring your results are reliable. And then finally, the request. This fixture lets you to make a HTTP request and test your application's interaction with the external APIs. So if we talk about API, so let me go to the Visual Studio Code here and let me show you some of my API tests here. So here you see that I was using this request because this is something which is required to make a HTTP request. So that's how we automated the APIs. We automated even for the mock API, we use page, right? So page is basically a fixture here. And if we talk about this browser, so let me give an example of a browser here, so that because we already learned about the page fixture, we already learned about the request fixture. Now let's look into the browser and the browser context itself. So let me create a file here and I'm naming it as browser fixture dot spec.js. Okay, and the first thing is that we need to import a Playwright. So let me copy this one from here and paste it here. Okay, and now what I need to do is that I need to use a test method. So simply I will be using a test, and here let's say opening google.com followed by async, and then after async we will be now using our fixtures here. So whatever is needed for this fixture, so we need a page, we need a browser, right? So I will be using a browser and comma page followed by an arrow function and the body of the arrow function. Now what I will do is that I will be creating a new context. So what I will do is that I will create a variable. So const context is equals to await, then using this browser fixture, browser dot, so you see that we have a method known as a new context. Okay, so it will create a new context for the browser, and now we will be simply using await page dot go to, and here I need to provide the URL of the application. So let me go here, let me copy, like for example, let me open the google.com, let me copy the URL from here and paste it here. Okay, so simply I'm doing this one, and then after, once the page is open, so I will close this context. So await context dot close. We have a method known as close which will close the context. Okay, so let me save this one, and now let's run this one. So simply npx playwright test -g, let's grab this test. So it's opening google.com, and we will be using a headed mode here. Now let's see how it works. So running test 1, and here let's open the browser, new browser, open the google.com. Inside that one, it actually created a new context and then closes that context here. So this is how you can use this browser. Even what you can do is that you can create a new page from the browser itself. So right now, for example, we have this browser, okay, and assume that we don't have this page here. Okay, so let me move this one, and simply in order to create a page, so const page is equals to 8, and from this browser dot new page. So from the browser fixture you can create a new page, and from the browser you can create a new browser context and use that in your test. Okay, so basically that's how you can use this feature. And furthermore, if we talk about the fixtures itself, so basically if I go back to the website here, so if we say that if we don't want to use the fixtures, then what happens? So basically you see that we have to write each and everything. We have to start from the very basics and completing these things. And with fixtures there are multiple benefits. So when we talk about the benefits themselves, so basically the first benefit is maintainability. Your tests become cleaner and easier to read and understand. So if I go here and show you any of the tests, so you will see that it's really easy to understand because we are using the fixtures, and it's really easy to understand any test. If I open any of the tests, so you see that it's very basic lines of code which makes you understand about these particular tests. So maintainability is easy, then efficiency. So because we don't need to repeat the same setup and tear down tasks for every test, like opening the browser, closing the browser, maintaining the browser instance, closing the browser instance. So it makes your test more efficient because we don't need to perform these tasks again and again. Third thing is the isolation. So each test runs in a separate environment, so it will actually prevent unexpected interactions. Okay, then reusability, we can share the common functionalities across the test using the fixtures. Now what we need to remember is that we need to choose the right fixtures for the specific testing needs, understand the lifecycle and scope of each fixture, explore other available fixtures like browser type and test info. Okay, and if we talk about fixtures here, so again you see that flexible, grouping, reusable, encapsulate, and with using the fixtures you can easily write your test. And the good thing about the Playwright is that you can create a fixture here as well. So instead of doing it in your test, you can create a fixture, use that fixture in the test, and you are done. So it will again make your test simple, easier, instead of writing all the code inside the test. Okay, so you can create the fixture and then using a fixture just like we did. So in case if you have created your own fixture, just like they have created here a settings page, and they are passing the settings page fixture to this particular test. So they are using this in the before each here. Okay, And if you want to overwrite, so you can overwrite the fixtures here as well. Okay, so again, depending on the scenarios, how you are automating your applications, what is the framework you are using, so based on your requirements, you need to use the built-in fixtures, or if you think that you need to create your own fixture or you need to override the fixtures, so all information is available here on this particular page. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial. If you like our content, then do like, comment, share and subscribe our channel. Once again, thank you so much and see you in the next tutorial.